What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I did a challenge yesterday and you guys requested for me to do like a post day or whatever. We have the all new Super Mario cereal right here, some Boston cream pie toaster strudels, way better than Pop-Tarts. Some leftover Reese's Valentine's Day candy. Limited edition Hershey's salted, what is it called? Hershey's Gold donut. So I'm just gonna say this right now. This looks absolutely amazing. Oh, so slightly appealing cereal. That effort and that concentration though, look at that. I have not eaten anything today. It's about 1 in the afternoon. I actually had to go and make a much needed trip. I've been wanting to get some different shoes for lifting. I do have Olympic squat shoes, which I have on right now, but I went and picked up some just OG Converse right here, so I'm gonna be doing these today. I'm gonna see how they feel. I've been using squat shoes for a while off and on, and they really haven't done much for me. I do have more of a narrow-ish style squat, so I'm gonna be doing some squats today. I'm working up to 285 for a 5x5, I believe. So I'm gonna try out my squat in these as opposed to my squat shoes, which I have on, and that's what they look like. I was actually given these about 5 years ago, and I still wear them. They're old Adidas ID Powers, I think. So I'm gonna try out the Converse. Like I said, I knew you guys requested for me to do like a post day after a challenge and how I structure everything. I generally train fasted anyways and don't really get a meal in towards the later part of the afternoon if I do eat during the day, so that's normal for me. I do not feel the slightest bit of hunger right now, but I do feel very good. I filmed a challenge for my main channel last night with just it was mainly just carbs. There was like no protein at all in it, so I didn't really find that the days after that, if there's not a lot of protein, not a lot of fat, and I'm just getting in straight carbs, I definitely, let me just say, I do feel a lot more energy the day after. You guys got to think about digestion and the rate of digestion when you do things like that. So I had some coffee this morning. I'll work up to a little bit more than half of a scoop of Prolific, so let's do like 3/4 a scoop. I don't know. Close to that. Head to the gym, do some squats, probably do about 20 to 30 minutes of low intensity cardio, and that is my activity for the day. I gotta say that I like lifting in a fasted state after days like today. If I did eat or had a meal during the day right now, I would definitely feel bogged down, so that's pretty much my preference. So now it's time to go squat. So the Prolific really helped, and I unfortunately decided to be stupid and not really pay attention to the weight I was lifting. But long story short is I was gonna go for 285 for a 5x5 today, and instead I did 295 because I wasn't paying attention to the 10-pound plates on the very end. Just wasn't really paying attention today. So I hit 295 for 3 sets, and then on the 4th set I was like, huh? Yeah, basically just dropped it down to 285 and then did 5 reps at 275 for my 5th set. Overall, I felt a massive difference today just in the way that I felt in terms of energy and motivation. And I don't really know if I've covered it already, but I do take ADHD medication, but I don't take that on days that I take pre-workout and have extra coffee and stuff like that. So just very important to manage your stimulant intake. So today was a day without all of that, and it's just really nice to just go in and just, you know, focus on hitting certain numbers, but also at the same time not getting down on yourself for not hitting those numbers as well. I am going to go to the store right now, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so this is the point in the video where I kind of point out some very key things in my diet. Now, you guys usually see just basic grocery hauls for me, where I usually just shop for that specific day or the next day after that. So I usually just buy for I live by myself, so I have no need to go out and buy a week's worth of food or 2 weeks worth of food at a time. And plus I like going to the grocery store every day. Maybe you guys are like me, I don't know. This is pretty much everything that I take in a day. Heavy emphasis on whole foods, guys. So sweet potato, I don't know why I just have one sweet potato, but vegetables, more vegetables. But still people are gonna tell me that I eat nothing but fast food every single day of my life and that I'm going to die of heart disease by the time I'm 30. No matter how many times I tell people that I have to eat vegetables every single day to maintain my hunger that I do have every single day when I get hungry, is it's beyond me. I kind of give up sometimes. I really make use of lettuce. Lettuce is a very good, it's not really that full of micronutrients and vitamins, but it's good for volume if you are a person that has a big appetite. Condiments, I do tend to get the lower calorie condiments when I can, hence the sugar-free syrup and the reduced fat mayonnaise. And then some cashew milk has been a savior for me for years. Let's just say I still am on the, I'm not gonna say meatless because I did get some chicken, canned chicken right here, and I've been doing canned tuna as well. I mainly just include meat here and there just because when I do challenges, I don't want it to be a complete whoa to my system, you know, because I do have, I'd say once every week or every other week, I do have a challenge that has some sort of meat in it. So that is why I'm starting to kind of teeter-totter into meat again. And then some sugar-free jam right there. And then this stuff is really great. I've been trying to get, so I do have cereal every single night as well, usually before I go to sleep. The way that I structure my days after challenges, usually I don't really eat during the day. I usually have my first meal around 7 or 8. Typically it's a meal that's pretty low in carbs, usually just vegetables with some sort of protein source or double of a protein source. For example, I'll usually have like half the bag of these griller crumbles right here, then some vegetables with that and a can of chicken, or I will have like a cabbage salad with teriyaki sauce and some protein as well. But usually it's a protein source and it's really dense vegetable of some sort. Then I'll be editing for the majority of the day. I can't really stress how much of editing that I do after I do challenges. That's pretty much my life outside of the gym and you know, YouTube and all of that. It's just editing. So I do the majority of that, and then before I go to sleep, I'll usually have a pretty carb heavy meal just because I usually, again, I've said it earlier in the video, my first meal usually is towards the later end of the day if I do eat during the day anyway, so it kind of holds me over. And usually that consists of oatmeal or this cereal. I've been trying to have my cereal be lower fiber just because it's better and it settles better when I do go to sleep. One big thing that I have cut out though quite recently, I've mentioned numerous times that I struggle with sleep, and I've usually gotten about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night for the past few years. And I started looking at, really wonder why my sleep was so terrible. It's gonna sound pretty stupid to the majority of you, but I was eating a lot of fruit before I went to sleep. I was eating a lot of apples, a lot of pears, a lot of strawberries, just fruit in general. And I found that once I started cutting fruit out before I went to sleep, I found that my sleep level actually drastically improved. And so I've been feeling way more, just waking up way more energetic, way more just ready to take on the day. And that's one thing that worked for me. What may work for me probably isn't gonna work for you. In fact, the majority of people are probably looking at me like, dude, that's crazy. But guys, I've tried everything over the years, and that's the first thing that's actually worked a lot better for me. And the other thing that's worked a lot better for me is getting a probiotic and a lot of probiotics in my diet. So I've started kimchi. Kimchi is a really good source of probiotics, and it helps really good with digestion. PES right now is doing amazing things, and I'm excited to actually say that I'm gonna be having a discount code set up so you guys can actually get some supplements. You can actually save some money with my discount code. So I believe it's Electric, and you guys can use that on their site, and you can save some money. It would be really cool to get something going with PES. I have been a fan of their stuff for a long time. They make amazing things. They do really make amazing protein, and they make amazing supplements in general. My main point with supplements, everybody, is that you do not need them at all, but they do make life a lot easier, especially if you fall into the categories of being an athlete that needs the extra oomph to get you going in certain aspects. I touched upon fasted training in my last video, and I touched upon it in this video. For example, the pre-workout helps tremendously. I'm not a person that's gonna bring black coffee to the gym in this. Pre-workout is a great way to get into some extra caffeine. It does help you out. It does enhance your performance. It does help out in that sense. So BCAAs, there's a lot of conflicting opinions on that as well. I personally believe they can help me out because I'm an athlete too. I still ride my bike, maybe not as much this week. This is like day 4 this is like my 4th day off. But when I am riding the bike and I am going longer periods of time without food, BCAAs do help out. So if you guys do want to help me out, check out PES and use my discount code. I'm gonna link it down below in the description so you guys can go directly to the site and get your hands on some supplements. I have to say the PES Select is absolutely amazing. It tastes phenomenal. This is the vanilla indulgence flavor, and it's perfect. I love it. Apart from that, this is pretty much just what I choose to include in my diet. A lot of this stuff is pretty low calorie, and that's just the way I like it. I don't have a low calorie diet. If I ate high calorie things like peanut butter every single day, I probably wouldn't feel the best. My goals right now are to gradually improve in powerlifting and also at the same time continue to do my passion, which is YouTube and powerlifting as well. So I want to maximize that as best as I can. Diet-wise for me right now, I am thinking about just going more on the protein side. I do love my carbs, don't get me wrong, but I've been doing some more research into ketogenic dieting, and also in regards to thyroid health and gut health. I've actually been seeing some really good research come out of it, and a lot of different opinions saying that it's a good course of action. But the tricky thing about thyroid stuff and gut health stuff is that, again, what may work for one person may be completely different for another person. But the cool thing about diet and all this in general is that it's something you can try, and it could work for you. And if it works for you, you gotta stick with it. So I'm gonna do some more editing and finish up a video that I have coming out on Sunday. But I definitely wanted to show you guys what a day after a challenge looks like for me. It's definitely not the most entertaining. It's kind of just a day to just relax. And if you guys do have any more questions about what you want to see in the future, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna be having dinner in probably about an hour or two, doing more editing, and then I'll probably close off with my usual pre-bed meal. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Again, if you want to see anything else from me in the future, let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys very soon.